mommy issues.
Yes.
So we haven't watched anything like this with him, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
everything's been more pretty...
Yeah. It's been a while since we watched a nice family movie.
Yeah, very family. Did you start hitting? Did you hit record?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Nick, you should watch this movie.
It's about a father trying to help out his son.
Yeah.
His son's seeing some hard times.
Family closeness.
Really close.
This was literally, I picked this randomly one night out of nowhere. I was like, literally going through, because I've watched enough Korean movies on Tubi now that it just throws them at me.
Yeah.
And so I just picked this one.
That's all that pops up for you now.
It does do a lot, yeah. It'll be a thriller, and it's all Korean movies, you know.
Okay.
But, what did I say? 2013. It's called Moebius.
It's not a ripoff of Moebius.
I can't tell you the director's name or any of the actors. Let me just say, this is a very special movie. It's been later, more recent years, we've not gone so much into the extreme kind of end of things. I think a lot of that was Brian.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he really likes to watch the really fucked up stuff. I think more.
I try to carry the torch of that a bit, but.
Bro, all you ever bring is old martial arts movies.
Well, lately, yes. Yeah. But I had, like, Necromantic.
Right, we did. That's probably the last thing
last
like that.
It
was Necromantic 2.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Which kind of lame, but it still did have some corpse fucking in it. Ow.
Right. This does not.
Burn myself. Makes you wish you were dead.
Several times.
Before we get into this, let's take these shots.
Warning, you will need to take something before you watch
just to
this
listen
movie.
to this, you
too.
might want something. So the first interesting thing I'll point out about this movie is that there's no words in this movie.
Yeah.
No words spoken. Which is funny because I started to watch this movie and I got the subtitles on, and it's got that annoying descriptive thing. So it's describing sounds that are happening.
Dad looking at son.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No.
It's like door creaking or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I get about 15 minutes of the movie. I'm like, is there anybody going to say anything? I don't think anybody is. I ended up just turning off the subtitles and...
Nothing.
You don't need them.
Nope.
So you don't need the subtitles. Nobody actually speaks a word in this. This is a movie about a family. A man, wife, teenage son.
And a shopkeeper.
And a shopkeeper. Yeah. The husband's cheating on the wife.
Yeah.
The wife's a drunk wine mom.
She downs a mega pint of wine.
At breakfast. It was literally breakfast.
While everybody's just eating toast.
She was downing wine on the stairs while the son and dad are just sad eating toast. This is a sad fucking family. That's what you get. That's what you see. Sad family.
One of the saddest families you'll ever see.
Dad gets a call on the phone, on his cell phone.
Mom tries to fight
attacks.
him.
You start to see. Okay, this is his side piece.
It's got to be side piece. There's no reason. So I was thinking it was either side piece or it's his job. She's like, you're not leaving again for the job. No, it's side piece.
Oh no, he has a woman on the side. So they fight over this phone. Then we get this kind of. We have these scenes of him meeting up with this woman that works at a local little convenience store. Sodas. They just sell sodas and ass.
Yeah.
It's around the corner.
Korea doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
No.
He just meets over there, and the son and mom are seeing all of this. They see them out at places.
Eating at nice restaurants. While earlier they were eating toast at the house.
Dude literally drives her home to bang in the parking lot of their house. They're banging in the truck.
Yeah, to his house.
In front of his house. Son and mom are literally watching. He's over here. She's over here. And he's just going at it with this woman. Does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's flaunting it. One might say flaunting it.
I don't know what their tradition is there. I guess if you catch your man.
Korea is very a Christian country, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very Christian, very proper.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
they
they
have
seem
their
to
own
be
traditional.
Buddhist. I didn't know if they were had
Well,
like their own.
there is Buddhism there,
Yeah.
but a lot of Korea is Christian now.
Okay.
But yes, the family, there is a Buddha connection. Yeah.
With a knife. I don't know what that.
Why do
means.
they keep a knife under the Buddha statue in the house? We don't know. But speaking of that, so wife sees the husband banging the girl. He's sleeping that night. She comes into his room with the knife that she pulls out from under the Buddha head in the house. She tries to cut his dick off.
He's like, nah, get the fuck out of my
He's
room.
like, wait a minute, get off me, get out. He has such a fucking calm reaction to this. I assume it's happened multiple times.
I guess,
That
but
she's tried to cut his
me-
dick off in his sleep.
after first time,
I would have
no,
beat
get-
that woman
get
down.
out.
So yeah,
Yeah.
there would have been no question.
Yeah.
What happened next would not have happened if it had been me in the house, which was
Right.
Dad kicked her out of the room. Just went back to bed. He's like, whatever.
Yep. I'm gonna go sleep.
Meanwhile, she had been watching her son jerk off in bed.
Did you notice the Kleenex on his nightstand after the incident?
No.
Yeah.
The dad?
No.
Oh, the son.
The son. There's used Kleenex.
Oh, good touch.
Yeah.
That's a good touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently this family they just blatantly open the door and watch their son jerk off because we see this with both the dad and mom.
Yeah.
So after the son jerks off and falls asleep, and after she is stopped from cutting off her husband's dick, she goes in and while he's sleeping, cuts her son's
The
dick
next
off.
best thing, because the son is derived from the father,
He is of
and
the
she's
father's
got
seed.
to stop this cheating man,
Yeah.
and that's the only way. of
That
doing it.
evil is in him too.
Yes, yeah.
She saw him jerking off. It's in there too. She cuts her son's dick off. He's just so fucked up because he's sitting there like his legs are open. He's screaming and there's just blood.
What was it? Did the dad just only slap her?
He came in
Yeah.
and she stood up and he was like, because nobody says anything in the movie,
No.
so everybody's just. And then he just like he smacks her. She falls down and he's like over there trying to help. Well, she has the dick.
The
in
dick
it.
still, yeah.
And he's like, fucking give it to me.
Yeah.
Give me the dick.
Give
So, of
me-
course, what does she do?
Oh, she swallows that thing. She chews that up
Stuffs her
and swallows
son's
it.
dick in her mouth and swallows it. Yeah.
That's where it gets your first
That's
part
the
of
first
incest.
10 minutes
Yes.
of the movie. Literally the first 10 minutes. And when I saw this the first time, I was like, where the fuck does it go from here? This is fucking crazy. This is like the end of the movie at the beginning. This is so
Oh,
fucking
that's
insane. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is not what you open the
Well,
movie with. You know what I mean?
You seen this? You need to watch Serving Film at this point.
I really don't want to. I really don't want to. But
Yeah.
it's just the way that whole thing plays out. You're just, holy shit. And then the mom just leaves.
Mhm.
Dad takes son to hospital.
You're like, all right, he's fixed, but no penis,
No dick.
just a little stub.
No dick. So it's this thing where he's getting bullied at school.
Yeah, the kids are like, oh, he dribbled pee on himself. I need to see what his penis looks
We have
like.
to tackle him and pull his pants down and beat him up.
We do it once. Let's do it again. We need to look at his dick.
We got to see it again.
Rather weird. Kind of sus.
It's kind of weird.
You
Korea's just
Korean
weird.
kids.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, a street gang sees that and beats those guys up, so he falls in with this
The
this
men of the
older
story.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
the true men in the story. He falls in with these guys. There's too many details, and I want to go into all of them. He comes back when he doesn't have a dick. He comes back and sees the shop lady, and she's like, "Oh, you want this?"
Yeah.
Takes her. He's like
Feeling her boobs weirdly.
honking them,
Yeah.
honking the boobs,
Or
like
just the fingertips.
yeah. He's just awkwardly
It's not even cupping them.
honking. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
really
Grasping them.
getting a heft. He's just kind of awkwardly squeezing them. And then the woman that was fucking his dad, she tries to grab his dick, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Oh,
fuck,"
nope.
runs
Mm-mm.
away because he doesn't have a dick.
Nope. Nope.
So he gets up with this gang, and that same gang, it happens outside this shop. So there's a couple scenes that shows that some time has passed.
Yeah.
And then you see the leader of the gang is like fucking around with this girl.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want it. And then we get the gang rape scene.
Gang rape, and then
they take turns.
Yeah, they take turns. The young penisless boy takes his turn. I don't know if she was confused by it at first, and then relieved that he didn't have anything when he was acting like he was fucking her.
Her acting was pretty good.
Yeah.
She definitely seemed like she'd been gang raped.
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
A pretty intense scene.
Right.
And he's just like acting like he's doing something, right?
Yeah.
Of course, and then they all get arrested. And even though his dad pulls his pants down in front of the cops, it's like, look, he doesn't have a dick. He still goes to jail, obviously, because he's still in on this shit.
Before that was pretty good, because Dad's going in. Oh, we skipped over the part. Dad felt bad.
Oh, right.
Went to a doctor.
Very important.
Cut my dick off.
He had a doctor
put it in dry ice or whatever. Freeze it.
Remove it and freeze it. In solidarity. Meanwhile, the dad is researching penis transplants and things like that.
Seeing when it's successful.
Yeah.
I guess this goes over a year.
Yeah, there's some amount of time.
I feel like it goes that, but later on you'll realize why it doesn't seem to add up. But maybe it was just because that's just how they filmed it. Like, all right, we got this day, and this day to do it, and that's what it is. But
let me stop here. If you like this, I should have said this earlier. If you like what you're hearing, you should go listen to this, watch this movie, and then come back.
Yeah.
Because I want to spoil everything because it's awesome. But son is in jail. Dad is researching how to orgasm.
Oh, before that, Dad's like, he tells the cops he couldn't have raped her. He's got no dick. And then he's like wanting to fight the dad because he doesn't want to show that he has no penis.
He beats up his dad.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. And they're just like, yeah, he probably deserves it.
Yeah.
But so the kid's in jail, and he also, of course, almost gets molested in jail, so they put him in solitary confinement. Well, his dad starts to research how do you get off if you don't have a penis.
Right.
He finds some German, I don't know, some website, full body pain orgasm.
Apparently it's a thing and it works.
It definitely works in the movie. I would not recommend.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like a good idea. It's so fucking dark and weird.
Yeah. That post
I saw this shit. I was just like,
get a rock. They're like, just get a rock,
get a jagged stone.
Yeah,
and he sees this on the website, so he gets the stone and he starts rubbing it on his foot until it's bleeding,
and then he comes.
So he's like, he's more and more,
it.
and then he has the most intense orgasm I've ever seen, and then he falls down, but then he's like
in pain.
It's like the Family Guy meme where he hits his shin.
Yeah.
he jizzes and then immediately he's like,
He knew he was being. Why did I do this? This is terrible.
Yes.
This is a terrible idea.
It's awful. Terrible, but so awesome. I gotta tell my son about it.
And he does. In prison.
Visits him in prison, gives him a printout, try it. And his son's like, I don't know, fuck it. Starts rubbing.
That is so weird to have, like, that conversation with your dad. You know how I've been jacking off? This is how I've been jacking off lately. I think you'll enjoy it too. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. And then when he gets out of prison, Dad gives him his rock.
Yeah.
He gives him his jerk-off rock.
You made it out. Made it out.
Congratulations.
Go try it. And then he watches him jerk off to this rock, right? Or with this rock. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, on his foot.
Ugh.
His dad gives him first aid. Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, his dad's he's literally doing this while his son's jizzing everywhere, and his dad's like, yeah.
That was better than me my first time.
Good work. You've done it. So when the kid gets out of jail, he goes back and visits the store owner chick.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the mom's completely disappeared at this point. She's still gone.
We don't see
We
her.
haven't seen her since the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So he goes back to the store, sits in front of her, like, I'm sorry,
Right.
or whatever. She stabs him with a knife, like, into his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like,
Oh. Okay.
just kind of looking at her.
Yeah.
She whispers something in her ear. I think it's, do you want to see my boobs?
And he was probably like,
Because he was like, yeah, okay. So she has him stabbed.
Yeah.
She takes her top off. And then he starts...
jerking
he's
the
this
knife
way.
off in his shoulder.
He's jiggling the knife like it's a dick.
Yeah.
Doing all this shit. And so she's sitting there watching him, seeing what she could tell that he's getting into it. So
Yeah.
she gets her hand on it,
She's getting into it now.
and then she gets into it.
Yeah.
So she's jiggling the knife while she is also kind of they start doing some grinding.
Right. Grinding, some moaning.
They came at
making
the
out.
same
Yeah.
time. The mythical coming at the same time.
Yeah. Without penetration. Well, no, there was penetration in his
Just with
shoulder.
the knife.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's so those two end up having this weird
Relationship.
relationship where she's like doing shit.
They get back at that one gang member.
That guy gets out of jail.
I feel bad for him, but I don't. What I feel bad for is after he got his dick cut off.
So yes,
Yeah.
they jump him and lure him in and cut his dick off.
Yeah. He's
There's a dick chase scene.
Yeah, the kid's running away with the dick. This man is dickless, bleeding out, chasing after the kid. Give me my dick back.
Like you would do if
Yeah.
you could. I mean, if you were able.
I'm surprised he made it that far.
Again, yeah.
I'm sure he would have passed out from the blood loss and all that running, but adrenaline kicked in. But yeah, they both fall down. Dick falls out to the side of the road. Just seeing his face is, all these cars just driving over this dick.
Yeah.
And finally, a car runs over it. With one
Eventually,
stop.
it sticks to a tire and then just disappears. And he's like,
Face. What am I to do now?
so he runs back and he's like starts slapping her around, and then they end up having a fucking pain threesome.
Yeah, that was weird. With the kid behind him hugging, and she's making
She
out with
stabs
his ear.
him, and
Yeah.
she's licking his ear while jiggling his.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. Sure, there's some symbolism to this.
Yeah,
Predicting the
it's-
future, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
It's pretty weird.
It's a weird, good movie.
Eventually, they figure out, okay, we can transplant a dick. The son gets the dad's dick. This is the dark turn at the end.
Yeah.
The darker turn at the end.
Finally see Dad's dick. Like in this frozen.
Little,
silk.
mushroom tip.
Yeah.
Little 3-incher.
I do like after the surgery, they're like, all right, you're awake. You got this dick sewing on you. See if you can get a wreck.
The kid,
Watch
the dad,
porn.
and the doctor are watching porn together.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to sit
All
with
you
my
hear
dad.
is a girl screaming with squelching noises.
Cheeks
Like
clapping.
squeak.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and the dad's like,
Yeah.
is my dick not doing it for you?
It would not happen.
It's
with
not
me.
working.
It's not going to happen with no son will say in their right mind. But
Okay, the kid didn't know at this point it was his
Yeah.
dad's dick, though.
no, he did not.
He didn't
But
know.
my thing is, if my dad's in the room,
Well,
let
yeah.
alone a doctor,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get hard
Yeah.
in a room full of
Not
dudes
unless they
watching
give me a
porn.
hand or something.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Speaking of that, speaking of incest, so the kid gets his dick back. It's there, it's attached.
Yeah.
He can't get hard.
Can't get hard.
He goes back to the woman at the store.
Oh yeah.
They try multiple times. She
Ain't
cries.
working.
She cries. She's a useless woman at this
Yeah.
point. She can't get this boy hard.
She's like, I thought I knew this dick, but it won't get up.
Yes, it's just nothing. It's dead. And they're just depressed. It's hopeless. He got a dick and nothing's happening. Goes back home. Of course, mom shows up.
Same clothes as the day she left.
She's come up off the streets. She's back.
I'm back. No questions asked.
Yeah, it's like
Dad just lets her in. Come on in. Confused. She just goes to sleep in that bed.
yeah, yep. Just goes right to sleep. Like a fucking cat. She walks in, flops over, goes to sleep, and they're just like, yeah, okay,
It's been gone for
sure,
months.
yeah, yeah. Oh, she's back. Okay. Dick cutting cat, dick chomping cat comes in. So the son and the dad are sleeping in the same bed because the fucking psycho mom, took the bed.
Yeah.
Well, she crawls in the fucking bed with him.
Yep.
How they're cool with this, still I don't know. But while she's in bed between the son and the dad, she starts like
stroking
the son's face and
Like a
kissing him on the cheek, like
mother with her child.
like a nice mother
Yeah.
would, if she wasn't an incestuous psycho.
Yes.
Son
Creepy.
gets a boner. First
Weird.
boner he's had in years.
She is shocked. She's like, I thought I cut that dick off.
Yeah, there
And
it
then,
is.
surprise, surprise. Check out Dad. Dad has no dick. Oh my God. Son realizes
Yep.
this
He
is my
has-
dad's dick.
Yep.
This is why this dick I got is getting hard. It's my dad's dick.
Yeah.
My mom.
Yep. But then he runs back to the woman at the store.
Yeah. She's
Boner
crying.
dies.
Yep.
More crying.
She's crying. He gives her one last kiss. Thanks for trying.
Going back to my mom.
Yep. That's the answer. That's the answer. I'm glad I'm doing this in like my dad hat and my family shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. No, right. Yeah, definitely. Your daddy
I'm a-
Marvel shirt.
My daddy
was
Marvel
weird.
shirt. Great dad. in this movie.
Yeah. He goes back home.
Yeah.
Mom jerks him off.
Didn't Dad try to stop Mom first, and then she
He
like
did,
snuck her
but-
way in there?
No. He tried,
Yeah.
but it was a half-hearted attempt.
Oh.
She literally just pushed him away, and he was like,
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because he kind of.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
He kind of felt bad because he's like, look, I caused this to my son. I guess I'll let him get off, but it's still weird. I wouldn't let that happen. It's fucking gross. It's weird. It's gross. Even though it is his penis grafted onto the son, but it's still the son's semen
It's still
getting out. It's fucking
right.
weird.
She jerks him off. He puts the covers over his face,
Yeah.
which, okay.
Oh, and he felt her boobs too.
But yeah, she grabbed his hand. It was like, grab my boobs. He's like, he's
Ugh.
still doing the weird claw hand
Yeah.
on the boobs.
Ugh. She was so happy. She was crying.
Yeah, she
Here's the
cried,
toys.
and then he wailed in despair,
Yeah.
crying after he came. Everybody was depressed.
Yep.
Everybody watching, everybody in the movie,
I
everybody
was just waiting on this gun to be used. I'm like, you just need
Yeah.
to end it now.
Dad
that happened.
keeps looking at this gun.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Finally, the gun comes back into play.
Oh yeah, gun comes back into play. But before that, the mom was actually going to try to have sex with the son.
Oh yeah, she was
gets dressed
dressing up to do it. She was okay. So this is what happens. They do this thing where you're not sure at first. The mom literally, she's in a little
Spit on lipstick, some
lipstick,
makeup,
hair. She's in that
slutty
little
robe.
like a silk
Yeah.
robe thing.
nothing
She's like, I'm
underneath.
gonna go see my son.
Yep.
Mm-mm. He's in the bed waiting. He's waiting.
He's the only one with a dick in this house.
Yeah. Dad stops her. Thank God.
Thank you.
Dad finally does something right.
Something a man should have done.
So we see him. He finally gets the gun and he grabs her and they're walking down the stairs. He's got the gun to her head.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to this other scene where she's walking down the stairs in this lingerie thing, and she goes into
Yeah.
the son's room and they start having sex.
Yeah.
Mother and son.
They hear gunshots.
You hear gunshots.
Son wakes up.
He was having he had a wet dream. He came.
Yeah.
He did come.
Nocturnal emission.
He did. He had a wet dream about fucking his mom, but what woke him up was the gunshot. So he comes out. Dad had shot the mom and then shot himself.
Yeah.
And then he grabs the gun, shoots his dick off. And then he becomes a monk.
Yeah. Becomes a monk.
Becomes a hobo street monk.
That I think he was in the beginning.
Which is the weird thing about this movie, because at the beginning of this movie, when the mom leaves the house after cutting the dick off, she walks down the street.
Yeah.
She sees a homeless guy in the same kind of outfit.
Yeah.
He goes to the storefront. He points a flashlight at a Buddha head in the window, and then he prays.
Yeah.
Okay, same outfit. And they don't show the face of that first guy.
Yeah.
At the very end of the movie, after he shoots his dick off, it looks like the same person, and he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't fucking know. I know the movie's called Moebius, and a Moebius strip is an infinite loop kind of deal.
Oh.
But I don't.
Okay.
But if you try to logically piece how that might happen, it doesn't really make sense.
The time doesn't make sense either. Because
it just doesn't.
Yeah.
When I see this the first time, I'm just assuming this guy did the same. He saw that guy and did the same thing.
Yeah. Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that whole thing of him being the same person, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
But none of this makes sense. It's fucking depraved and terrible.
My thing is like the timing thing with the surgeries and whatnot and the recovery.
Yeah.
And then mom comes back in the same clothes with the blood.
Well, there would have to be a supernatural component, but even that is hard to make sense of how that would work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we should go to scores.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, this is a very special movie. I love this movie. It's very unique. It's very fucked up. 5 out of 5. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. You're not going to see anything like this anywhere. It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I've said everything.
Yeah, we broke down this movie for you. I'm gonna have to agree. It's 5 out of 5. It's really fucked up and weird. It's like a weird funny at some parts. If you're watching alone, it's just going to be weird and fucked up for you. But if you're watching it with other people, it's funnier.
You can make jokes.
Yeah, you can make jokes with it. But if it's by yourself, and that's how I feel with certain movies. I'll be by myself. It's like, holy shit.
There's no dialogue to talk over.
Right.
You could just make as many jokes as you want.
Right, and it's great. It's great. Yeah. But yeah, definitely 5 out of 5 for me.
There it is. It's on Tubi.
It's on
You
Tubi.
can watch it for free.
For free.
It's there.
Thank you, Korea.
Yes.
Keep bringing out these bangers.
I'm going to look into this director and writer and stuff, see what else they've done. I mean, this is a 11-year-old movie.
Yeah.
You know, what else is out there?
What else you got?
Because it's definitely something. So if you're into really fucked up stuff, this one will it'll still scratch that fucked up itch you have.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you being a depraved, terrible person.
Right.
You'll still find something in it.
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, go watch Moebius.
Oh yeah. Also, check us out on Rumble. We're
yeah,
there.
check us out on Rumble. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah.